Hi again, everybody, and welcome back to the United Center. And that's the reason for the excitement in this game. When you gather 6 of the greatest of all time together to play, you have to go all the way back to the middle 80s when the Boston Celtics and the Los Angeles Lakers hooked it up. Larry Bird, McHale, and Parrish, even in that era. And, of course, Magic Johnson along with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and James Worthy.
Well, Bill, just think how Matt Maloney must feel. He's making history out there, being on the floor with all this talent. And just think, he may be one of these talents one day. He's headed in that direction. He's playing very well.
Bill Wennington won the tip and looked back and grinned at his bench. He must have had a bet that he could beat Olajuwon on the jump ball. Pippen has it, picked up by Drexler. There's Michael Jordan backing up on Mario Elie. Tough shot by Jordan. Wennington with the rebound. Second chance. Harper puts it up for a 3, and Pippen slams it home.
Second chance and a jam. That's what we talked about, Bill, about controlling the boards. They do a nice job stopping the initial play, but you got to come up with the basketball.
Olajuwon on Wennington with the jump hook. Lost it off his hand going up. Wennington gives it up to Pippen. Pippen up court to Harper. Harper's not the scorer he used to be when he played early in his career with the Clippers, but he can still give you the occasional 3 outside. But here's the man. They pick Jordan up, back to Pippen now. Pippen will shoot the 3 from outside. He misses, and Maloney had good inside position.
Yeah, I like what Maloney did. Maloney put a body on Harper to keep him away from that basket. At the guard position, you got to say to yourself, if I can't get the ball, my opponent can't get the ball.
Rockets will swing it around to Clyde Drexler. He'll fire up the 3. Boy, he missed everything. Rodman gets it. Drexler couldn't miss a thing last night. He was unbelievable in Philadelphia.
You know, but he didn't score a point in the first quarter and ended up with 31.
That's right. All right, Rodman has it now. Elie dogging Jordan everywhere he goes. Pippen with a turnaround. He misses. Both teams a little tight here in the early going.
Well, you expect
the only
that.
basket was a slam.
That's respect they have for one another, Bill.
Hakeem Olajuwon will work on Bill Wennington with a tough fadeaway. Hits off the front of the iron, and the rebound. Harper will bring it up. Rockets 0 for 3, and the Bulls 1 for 5. Jordan will fire up a 3, way off the mark, and Rodman and Barkley fighting for it. Elie comes out of there with it.
That's going to be an explosion before the night's over with. Those 2 rebounders.
Barkley and Rodman could only go after the ball with one arm. They had the other 2 wrapping around each other's necks. Here's Drexler taking it in. Has it knocked away by Harper, and it's off. Ooh, a loose ball foul called on Clyde Drexler. The officials tonight, Joey Crawford, who made that call, Gary Benson and Terry Durham. Durham, Benson, and Crawford, the officials for tonight's game, and we have a 20-second timeout. And this will give me a good chance to remind you to visit the Rocket Shop in Memorial City Mall. Pick up a new Charles Barkley jersey in adult and kid sizes. Find Rockets merchandise you won't find anywhere else. Available only at the Rocket Shop in Memorial City Mall. Your home court advantage for Rockets wear. And next week would be a good time to get over to the Rocket Shop because these Bulls come into the Summit. Not tomorrow, but the following Sunday for an afternoon game. And you'd like to sport your new jersey in the Summit. It doesn't have to be Barkley's. It could be Olajuwon's, Drexler's. It could be Maloney's.
Any Rockets sounds good to me. The Rockets got to be very careful, Bill, with foul trouble. They don't have the luxury of getting themselves into foul trouble early because the Bulls are a very smart team. If they find you in foul trouble, they're going to attack that basket.
Pippen with a nice fake, short on the shot. Olajuwon tips it, tipped by Rodman out to Drexler. Drexler has a little bit of a break if he wants it. Now he pulls up. Nice pass to Olajuwon. Good fake inside, and he draws the foul. Ooh, Olajuwon stopped on a dime and gave him change. Wennington with a foul.
That was very wise decision on the part of Clyde Drexler not to challenge the defense. There were 3 players back. He backed off, allowed Dream that was trailing the play to find a seam, got him the ball, give him an opportunity to get to that line.
Hakeem will have one more.
I was very, very proud of the way the Rockets have been shooting their foul shots lately, Bill. We've talked so much about the importance of making those foul shots. They shot extremely well the last 2 games.
Well, I'll let you brag about them. You don't seem to jinx them as bad as I do.
Okay.
Hakeem's up to 74% now as he makes both to tie the game at 2. Wennington comes out. Harper with a shot off the glass for 2. Now that's the triple post triple post offense of Tex Winter.
That's right, a modified triple post. What they try to do is they form a triangle. They throw the ball into the center, they form a triangle, they swing the ball to the weak side, and normally Michael Jordan's over there to play one-on-one.
Drexler gets a nice pick, but he misses the shot, and Jordan with the rebound. Back to when Tex Winter was the coach of the Rockets, he used to run this a little bit. Whittington with a jumper from the outside. He hits. And the Bulls now lead 6-2, and the Rockets have not made a field goal yet. We have, let's see, gone almost 4 minutes into this game, and the Rockets with only 2 free throws from Olajuwon.
Now let's see if they double down on anybody posting up, and yes, they do. You can see Michael wanted to go after, but they're going to let him play one-on-one. That's interesting.
Barkley beats Rodman one-on-one.
I thought that Michael Jordan, who was on the same side, was going to help, but they're apparently going to allow everybody to play their man straight up.
Well, Rodman's a 2-time NBA Defensive Player of the Year. I guess they figure he can handle Barkley one-on-one, but Barkley doesn't think so.
Yeah, well, let's understand who Barkley is now. Just not no ordinary Joe off the street.
Olajuwon to the middle on Whittington, got the roll, and the game is tied at 6. 7:43 left to play in the first period. These two teams, of course, play only twice in the regular season because, of course, the East-West situation. Rodman will shoot it over Maloney. He's not a gifted shooter.
Yeah, well, if you're 6'9" and you have a 6'1" guard on you, and you shoot over the top, you're making a mistake from the beginning.
Barkley throws up a 3, and that was a kabonker.
Well, that happens when there's very little rotation on the ball. And like you said, though, they're still a little stiff. And once again, it's cold in this building, Bill, and you've got to get that sweat going before you loosen up.
They run that pick and roll from the corner. Pippen now gives it up to Jordan, right down to Rodman, over to Harper. Got clapped to the baseline. Whittington's open, and he hits. Now, Bill Whittington has a nice medium-range jump shot.
Yeah, but here's the problem. Olajuwon is falling back, waiting to help defensively. Olajuwon's going to have to stay on Whittington and hope that his teammates do a better job of stopping the penetration.
Whittington filling in for Luke Longley, who has been on the injured list. Olajuwon with a dance step outside, misses, ball tipped out, and Drexler gets a second opportunity for Houston. And Maloney wastes very little time putting up a 3, and he misses, and Pippen with the rebound. Jordan is already underneath, but picked up by Maloney. Let's see if they go to now switching over is Drexler on Jordan. Jordan to the middle, tough shot, will not go, tipped away, tipped out to Mario. 3-on-3. Barkley, Drexler behind the back, blocked by Pippen. Oh, Ellie had it right there at the rim, and Pippen with a block. Pippen fires a 3, he misses, and Barkley goes and gets it. And the game is still 8-6 Bulls. Drexler sees a 3 he likes, rims it out, won't go. The rebound goes to Barkley, and a foul is called on the Bulls. And it's called on Michael Jordan. We've got a timeout on the court. Let's watch that block one more time as Ellie is denied at the rim. Here's a word from Southwest Airlines. Welcome back to the United Center, where it is cold outside and cold inside. Chicago 4 of 15 for 27%, but that's pretty good when you look at Houston's 18%. And the Rockets only 2 of 11. Barkley with 1 field goal, Olajuwon with 1. Both teams, of course, are very good defensive teams too. These are 2 teams that score over 100 points a game. There are only 3 in the league who do that. Seattle's the other. But they also play very good D. Barkley is working on Rodman. Got him in the air. Missed the shot. Tried to get it back. Saved by Drexler. Beautiful play. And 21 seconds on the shot clock. Olajuwon on Whittington, spin move baseline. That's money in the bank. And the Rockets tie it at 8.
You know, once again, it's very interesting defensively the way the Bulls are playing. They are trying to keep the Rockets from getting in on any kind of penetration, but they're not doubling down like most teams will do.
Rodman flashes across the middle, and he was so wide open, it looked like he came out early for shooting drill.
Well, see, there's where his game has improved. Normally, he would want to just concentrate on rebounding solely.
Olajuwon again going baseline. And he thought maybe that time Winnington may have gotten him on the arm. Here's Jordan back the other way on the drive. Tough shot, short, won't go. Ellie with a rebound. Mario comes out of the pack, but he's the only one. He's leading the charge. He takes it all the way and draws the foul. Good hustle, Mario Ellie. And the foul is called on Scottie Pippen. Tony Kukoc has checked into the Chicago lineup.
It's interesting that Matt Maloney, who's guarding Jordan in that situation, was not called for bumping. There was a lot of contact going to the basket. He did a nice job defensively. Then everybody came over to support. They were able to get the rebound and off to the races.
Mario Ellie is just outside of the top 10 in free throw shooting now at 87%. He can tie the game if he gets this one. And he did get it.
Well, I'll tell you something. You have to guard Jordan and then go in the other end and score also.
Well, Jordan is 0 for 4, Calvin, and Pippen is 1 for 5. Tony Kukoc, you know how he can explode. He is dynamite waiting to happen. Maloney is stuck on Kukoc. They go instead to Jordan, and that's the first basket for Michael Jordan.
Well, you know, he's going to start off slowly, but he's going to take so many shots that he's going to get his points. You can be assured. You don't want to put him on the line and allow him to have the big nights with 14, 15 foul shots.
Mario Ellie is fouled, puts it up, and it rims out. He'll shoot 2. The foul is called on Kukoc, and it looked like Kukoc went for that three-point fake. Well, Sunday night on UPN, catch Moesha, Homeboys in Outer Space, and The Burning Zone on a special night. It's a fairy tale come true for Mo, but the Homeboys don't fare so well. Sunday night beginning at 7 on UPN 20. The Homeboys in Outer Space. One of your favorites, Calvin, I know.
Thanks a lot, Bill.
No, you told me that.
No, I didn't tell you that.
I thought you did last night.
No, I just told you we had some homeboys that was playing well here.
Oh. Now I hear you. Game tied at 12. Jordan on the post. Got Ellie behind him. All right, Jordan can just about get his shot whenever he wants to. He's one of the few players I've ever seen play. If he wants a shot, he'll get it.
Yeah, well, you got to run it in. You got to make him become an assist man.
That's almost, it's hard to double team Chicago because of that triangle offense. Matt Maloney's wide open. Get in there, Matt. He hits it, and the Rockets take their first lead of the game, 15-14.
Yeah, a couple of those will make Jordan stay at home, simply meaning that he'll have to stay and guard Matt.
All right. Pass to Jordan, point blank range. If you front Jordan or if you front Pippen, they'll loop it over the top.
Well, because the weak side will spread out, so you can't get help.
Hard to front their players. Olajuwon works his way around Winnington. Got hit on the arm. Winnington gets the ball. Jordan cross court to Pippen. Pippen gives it up to Kukoc. Kukoc will stop. He'll miss. And Rodman tips it to himself.
Oh, my goodness.
He missed it so badly, the ball went to Pippen.
Rodman's enjoying basketball now. I've never seen him take a perimeter shot like that with the clock in his favor.
Kukoc to Rodman, tried to pass it off. Winnington did a good job of saving it. Jordan, tough shot. Oh, man, Ellie almost blocked it, and Jordan nailed it. And the Bulls lead by 3, 18-15. Timeout charge to Houston with 2:23 left to play in the first period. Football fans, Texas Terror is preparing for crunch time. They're getting ready for another action-packed season of wall-to-wall excitement. Call a personal account executive at 627-PASS and get the scoop on the Texas Terror. Account executives are on duty right now, so give them a call and get in on arena football. Kevin Willis checks in for Houston in place of Olajuwon. The shooting not much to write home about. The Bulls, however, warmed up in the last 3 or 4 shots. Barkley now, they run at him a little more than they did earlier.
Yeah, no, they run at him more than they did at Dream.
That leaves Mario Ellie open for a 3. He misses, and Pippen with a rebound.
Now they have Chief, the old man of the mountains in the game. One of my favorites, Robert Parrish.
Luke Longley, as we told you, still on the injured list, so Parrish is now the backup to Winnington. Jordan will fire up a three from way downtown, and Rodman with a long rebound. Rodman on the pass off, gets it back, puts it up, misses, tipped up in the air, and Barkley has it. Maloney takes it away from Jordan. Pass to Mario Elie, right back to Maloney again. Rodman has not come down the court, so if the Rockets could get up a shot, well, they can't do it. Now Rodman is back on defense. Shot clock at 10. Double team. Rodman comes over to help on the double team. Maloney has it out. 4 seconds left. Somebody going to have to put it up in a hurry, and it's up to Kevin Willis. Can he get it off in time?
Yes, he does.
And Barkley knocked away by Pippen. Rockets get it back.
If the Rockets are going to move the ball around the perimeter, which they should do with the passing game, they want to end up with the ball in the right player's hand when their clock is running down.
Randy Livingston now will check in for the Rockets, and Matt Maloney will go out. Clyde Drexler now will get it out to Barkley at the three-point line. Charles puts it up again, measures it, misses, and here comes Kukoc. Charles now 0 for 2 from behind the three-point line. Jordan, Pippen saves him by going back to get it. 10 seconds on. Oh, Drexler with a steal. He's got Livingston in the middle. Randy on the drive for 2.
I tell you, Clyde plays that passing lane as good as anybody in basketball, Bill.
And Pippen goes right back down, and it's tipped up and in by the Chief, Robert Parrish. And if you talk about players of this era, he's a great player in this era, the last era, and the era before that. 20 years in the NBA for Robert Parrish. Shot clock already down to 7 seconds now, as Drexler will have to make it happen. Shot clock at 4, shot clock at 3. Tough shot for Clyde Drexler with Scottie Pippen all over him.
Boy, see, that's when Clyde shoots the shot best, isn't it? When everybody's hanging on him.
A little more focused. Game is tied at 20. Kukoc fires one up. Boy, he barely got it in his hands, and there's Rodman with an over-the-back foul. Actually, they let him get away with a lot of contact because of his reputation. He is a great rebounder, no doubt about it, but that time it was a little too obvious, wasn't it?
Well, you got to remember now, Charles doesn't mind bumping also.
Now, see, Rodman's got him by the arm, and now Rodman is hit with a technical foul.
And that really upset Michael Jordan. Michael was trying to get over there to him to calm him down. Look at Rudy. Rodman said something to Rudy, and Rudy just looked at him like, I'm not involved.
What kind of hairdo would you call that do by Rodman tonight?
Peacock in the winter.
Peacock in the winter.
Look at all the colors.
you might be on to something.
I'll tell you what, I like Dennis Rodman. I'll tell you what.
You think if you got back to Houston, Miss Margaret could fix you up with one of those?
Are you kidding? If I went in and told Miss Margaret I wanted that my hair would look like that, she'd cut off my head. More or less my hair.
All right, Charles now can give the Rockets a 3-point lead if he can make this free throw. And he got it. So the Rockets now have been to the free throw line 9 times. They've made all 9 free throws, and Jordan tried to get it off in time, couldn't do it, and that's the end of the quarter. So the Rockets didn't play particularly well. The Houston Rockets hit only 29% in the first quarter, but still lead the game 23-20 on UPN 20. Here are tonight's first quarter stats, sponsored by AutoZone. The Rockets 29%, Chicago 34%, and the Bulls with 7 more rebounds than the Houston Rockets. And the turnovers after the first 12 minutes down a little bit, both teams with just 1 turnover apiece. Now, what bit of coaching strategy were you imparting to?
No, I'm just letting you know, I'm letting Charles know the stats. I told him that Rodman had 4 rebounds. He only had 3. What's the problem? He says he's just setting them up for the big kill.
How about the free throw situation? Chicago has not been to the line yet. Here's Randy Livingston. Oh, nice pass to Sam Mack. Sam missed it. All right, we go to the benches now. Caffey gives it up to Steve Kerr. Kerr's a little pepper pot who can shoot that three-point shot from the outside. Randy Brown has also been a valuable asset this year to the Chicago Bulls. They take it down into the paint. Ball is loose. Willis gets it.
Great defense. They swarm the ball.
Drexler has it outside, looking to Willis. He's got Winnington behind him. Willis.
Oh, he walked.
Yep.
He walked.
You had that called in a hurry.
Well, he took a step before he put the ball on the floor. I think everybody in the arena called that one, Bill.
That's the second turnover for the Bulls.
The Rockets did a good job in the first quarter, Bill. They had one turnover that equated no points.
All right, yeah, the Rockets just got one. Well, the Bulls just got one, so now it's 2 apiece. Winnington on the post up. Willis behind him. Caffey picked up by Barkley. Tough shot, go. Pretty good shot by Jason Caffey as he gets one up and in. Barkley has it with 12 seconds on the shot clock. Trying to work on Caffey. Got him in the air. Tough shot by Barkley, and the Rockets lead it 25-22. Caffey's a youngster out of Alabama in his second season. One of the many talented players to come out of Alabama.
Boy, I tell you what. They do a great job bringing talent out of Alabama, don't they?
Caffey turns, misses, and Willis is right there at the rim to yank it down. Randy Livingston will set it up as he goes over to Barkley again. Barkley will work on Caffey.
Oh, they call it illegal. So you can't go halfway. You either got to go double or stay at home and guard your man. We talk about the twilight zone, just simply being caught not doing either.
Phil Jackson, well, I'll tell you what a great job he has done with his Chicago team. 4 NBA titles and played a little bit.
Great player. Great player for the New York Knicks.
The old Zen master they call him.
They used to call him coat hanger because of his shoulders.
Pass into the middle. Olajuwon comes out of there with it. Brent Price just checked in. Passes up the shot. Sam Mack passes off. Willis from the wing for 2.
Oh, Willis, a little baseline jumper on penetration from Mack. Good ball movement.
5-point Houston lead. And Caffey right back for a layup.
Now, Caffey's a little too active coming off that bench. They're going to have to start to show him a little respect out there, Bill, and guard him. There we go.
Olajuwon spinning on Winnington. Now he spins again. My goodness gracious. Olajuwon spun to the left. He spun to the right, back to the left, and then back to the right, falling out of bounds.
Spun to the left, spun to the right. Sit down. Stand up. Fight, fight, fight.
I like that. All right. I think Olajuwon could do a little do-si-do, too, if he was a mind to. 8 points
they
for
need to
Hakeem.
switch that.
Kukoc has it now. Shot clock is down to 4 seconds. The Rockets extending the defense. Down to 2 seconds. Blocked by Hakeem. Oh, my goodness, and Olajuwon called for a foul. Oh, boy. Olajuwon upset. He said, I don't have to foul Jason Caffey to block his shot. Caffey had no choice. He had to go right up with it, didn't he?
Yeah, the clock had run out. Olajuwon extended his arm straight up. Unfortunately, it went against him.
Caffey was selected by the Bulls in the first round. He was the 20th player taken in that 1995 NBA draft.
Now that's 5 points for Caffey coming off the bench. That's the plus factor.
But he's only a 52% free throw shooter.
Yeah, well, they always elevate that when they play against the Rockets.
Well, he had a good touch there, and he gets them both. 29-26 Houston. Here's pressure for the first time. I think Brown and Kerr like to play a little tighter on their men. Brown's a good defensive player.
Sure they are. What they simply do is they try to change the tempo of the defense when the bench comes in.
Olajuwon put it up, missed it. Boy, Hakeem was right there. He very rarely misses that shot. He is now 3 of 9 from the field. Steve Kerr, great spot-up shooter. And Willis knocks it away. Caffey gets it back. He puts it up and misses. I think that Caffey's very active
And he's very strong, too.
I think it's ironic that Price and Kerr matched up. They're two probably, if they played horse, they could put H-O-R-S-E on you in a hurry. Willis, jump hook way off balance.
Oh,
and then commits a foul.
Now, I saw the foul getting ready to commit it. You don't want to get caught if you're one of the big men in the backcourt reaching for the ball. You want to retreat, get back defensively, and play defense in the red area.
Here's a score. Everybody keeping an eye on what has happened to the Utah Jazz. The bottom has fallen out on the road. Still a lot of time left in that game. Winnington from the baseline misses, and Cathy goes over Akeem for the rebound from behind.
And if they're working the Rockets over on the boards, Bill.
I think that's fresh legs. Kukoc laid it up. Livingston, I think from behind, got a piece of that ball. Brent Price back to Randy again. And Randy had the ball knocked out of bounds. Livingston could be some problems for Chicago, especially if we go on to the finish of the season and he keeps improving the way he is, because at 6'4", he could be a problem for Harper.
Yes, he can. And I tell you what, I like to see him with an inverted offense. He's working on it.
Olajuwon with a great move, but no basket.
They're getting good shots, Bill. They're just not falling right now for Olajuwon.
29-26, Rockets by 3. Tony Kukoc. Both of these teams played last night. Kukoc with a fake. Sam Mack went for it. Missed the shot. Willis. Long pass to Livingston. He's got to beat Randy Brown. Livingston lays it up. Brown got a piece of it. And Sam Mack brought the ball down on the baseline. Chicago's ball in a sloppily played affair. And that sometimes happens when two teams in the season play in back-to-back games early. And we've got some turnovers here. Rockets lead by 3 with a timeout. Here's a word from Southwest Airlines. Tonight's special delivery of the game is sponsored by Gallery Furniture.
Well, that delivery is going to be with Clyde Drexler doing a nice job playing the passing lanes, getting down the floor on a 2-on-1 situation, and the ball's coming up and in by Livingston. I like those 2-on-1 situations where you get something out of the possession.
Michael Jordan, Dennis Rodman back into the game along with Kukoc, Pippen, and Kerr. Jordan has it matched up with Sam Mack. Jordan goes inside, shoots it over Sam for 2. And the Houston lead is down to 1, 29-28.
And that gives you 10 for Michael, I believe.
There's Sam Mack taking it to the baseline. Steal by Michael. Kukoc has it in the open court.
See, that's where Chicago's so tough in transition. They got big forwards that can handle the ball like guards.
Rodman over to Michael. Rattles, won't go. Tipped over to Olajuwon. Gives it up to Randy Livingston. Randy up ahead to Sam Mack. Sam will spot up, use the glass.
I like it. I like it. Nice shot in transition. Nobody hesitated. The ball went up on the pass opposed to dribble, giving them a nice 10-foot bank shot by Sam Mack.
Rockets go back up by 3 with 6:07 left to play here in the first half. Kerr from the top. Doesn't miss too often. He is really, of course, he's been in the NBA three-point shooting contest year after year. And he can spot up and shoot with the best. Always in the top 10 in three-point shooting.
Yeah, but defensively, they're going to have to open up and let Price through so that he doesn't have to go a roundabout way where Kerr has so much time to shoot the ball.
Hakeem Olajuwon now over to Livingston. 5 on the shot clock. Something better happen in a hurry. They go down to Olajuwon, spinning on the baseline. That's pretty good.
That's something good that can happen with the clock going down.
I say, whenever it's in his hands, I feel very warm and fuzzy. Rockets lead at 33-30. Pippen picked off Price nicely, but he got back to Kerr in time. And Sam Mack knocks it away from Michael Jordan. 10 seconds on the shot clock. And Barkley and Ellie check back in for Houston. Good job by Kevin Willis and Randy Livingston.
We talked about the bench patrol, the importance of them coming off and at least matching the bench power of Chicago, and that's exactly what the Rockets reserves did.
Check this lineup now with Brent Price running with the regulars.
Well, that's the way it started off at the beginning of the season anyway.
Steve Kerr, air ball. Good defense by Brent Price. Rockets with a 33-30 lead and the ball. Brent Price checking it out. He'll run the show now. Kerr right behind him. Olajuwon with a great spin move again. This time he's short. And Price thinking maybe he could get it away from Pippen. Not quite. Pippen will fire a three. Short. And the rebound. Guess who? Jason Caffey. And he puts it back for two, and he's fouled. I think fresh legs might have something to do with it. Everybody else played last night. Caffey didn't play a lot.
Well, I tell you what, he's playing a lot tonight because he's real active. That ball was just out of the reach of Olajuwon just a little bit where Caffey was able to capitalize on it. The problem you have is that not only does he get the inside bucket, but Olajuwon picks up a foul.
Yeah, that's the second foul on Hakeem, and Caffey has hit all three of his free throws. He has 9 points, and the game is tied at 33. Barkley, Drexler, Ellie, Olajuwon, and Maloney.
Now that's 9 points for Caffey. He's come off that bench and has given a lot of firepower.
Olajuwon working on Caffey to the middle jump hook, got the roll. Well, Hakeem, because they are not double teaming him, has 13 shots already. He's made 5. He has 12 points. Rockets with a 2-point lead, 4:15 left to play. Caffey coming outside, squaring up on Hakeem. Shot clock down to 6 seconds. Pippen has it. Pippen will work on Drexler. Tough shot off the glass. Missed the rim. Maloney has it in the open court. Maloney. Alley-oop. Rodman knocks it away.
You don't want an alley-oop when you look and see transition has come back well against you.
And a steal by Drexler. He went right through Kerr for the ball. Over to Maloney. Back to Barkley. Nice pass to Drexler for two. Barkley with a no-look pass to Clyde on the baseline.
Well, Clyde was rewarded for coming back in transition and making that big steal.
And that's 2 steals.
That's 2 steals for him. And almost had 3. Come on over here and give me about 5 of that.
Murph, I thought you were going to get in the game there.
He's a workaholic out there today defensively.
Bank of America, banking made easy with more than 150 convenient locations across Texas and 7 days a week banking in select supermarkets. Open your account today. Mario Ellie picks up the foul for Houston. That's his first. Rockets with a 4-point lead. 3:27 left to play in the second quarter. Rodman gives it back to Pippen. Pippen over to Randy Brown. Get down to Jason Caffey again. Back outside to Pippen. Rodman working off that post. Randy Brown will shoot the jumper. Got it. Randy Brown, of course, a lot of fans will remember, played at the University of Houston his first 2 years before finishing up in New Mexico. 2-point Houston lead. He is from Chicago. Barkley will back it in on Rodman. Pippen came over a little bit, looked like an illegal D for a moment. Now Pippen comes over. Drexler with a fake pass, knocked out of bounds by Brown with 3 seconds on the shot clock. And a timeout is charged to Houston. 2:49 left to play in the first half. A very defensive-minded game. Houston, get ready for the most exciting women's basketball in the world. The WNBA is set to tip off their season this summer. Call a Rockets personal account executive right now at 627-DUNK to secure your priority for Houston's newest professional team. 627-DUNK. Account executives are on duty right now. Well, Scottie Pippen tonight, Calvin Murphy, is only 1 for 8. He has 2 points.
Well, you got to give a lot of the credit to Clyde Drexler, how well he's playing, Scottie. He's not allowing Scottie to get points in transition. Scottie scored the first bucket of the game, if you remember, off that tip dunk, and hasn't scored since.
Barkley.
But nevertheless, he's gonna be involved in the offense. You have to watch him.
Olajuwon put up a 3 and hit it with 2 seconds left on the shot clock, and Olajuwon has hit all 3 of his 3-pointers this season.
Dreamer.
Wow. 40-35, Rockets by 5. He's been missing the little jump hooks, but he hits the 3-pointers. And that was a big-time 3. That was from about 28 feet. Shot clock at 6 seconds. Maloney is stuck on Jordan. Now Drexler comes over to help out. Jason Caffey, tough shot, won't go. And Barkley with a rebound. Rockets with a 5-point lead, trying to build on it.
Well, you got to definitely be deliberate around that basket.
Down to Olajuwon, working on Caffey. Draws the foul, got the basket, but they will call the foul before the shot.
Yeah, the whistle was blown before he went to his shooting mode.
You know, you can talk about Pippen having 2, and then you'll look up the next quarter and he'll have 10 or 12.
That's true.
But when you talk about great players like you're seeing on the court tonight, they can explode in an instant. That's what makes them superstars. Ooh, an offensive foul is called away from the ball on Barkley. Well, we didn't see that. He and Rodman were doing something over there. Rodman is the master of getting away with the first shot. Jordan will put it up from the top. He's short, and Caffey goes and gets it. It's obvious Caffey's got some fresh legs tonight. He's a young player, too. Jordan got into foul. They got into trouble. Threw it away to Drexler. He's got Ellie on the wing if he wants him. And it's off the chest of Clyde, and the Rockets get a bad break.
Well, I tell you, Chicago will run back in transition. Clyde's ahead of the pack, and here they come. Randy Brown gets his head on the ball, hits off of Clyde's chest and goes out of bounds. Boy, both teams are playing good, sound defense, Bill.
Really are.
Yeah, they're concentrating right now.
Tony Kukoc back into the game now as Jason Caffey goes out.
Now, Charles is going to be on him, and he's going to be caught out on the perimeter.
Kukoc hits a 3. That's the first 3-pointer for Chicago. They're now 1 for 8. The Rockets 3 for 10. Barkley now will have Kukoc behind him. Pippen comes over to help. Barkley put it up. Kukoc with a block. Pippen back to Kukoc again. Pippen on the drive, back outside. Randy Brown with a 3, and Olajuwon with the rebound. Rodman all over. 45 seconds left in the first half. Rockets lead it 40-38. Maloney with a 3.
Oh, a big 3.
Matt Maloney hits another 3-pointer. That's his second of the game. He is the leader now on this Houston Rockets team from the 3-point line. He's over 40% now for the season. Rodman with a jumper from the outside, and Barkley with a rebound.
Well, that's what you want to see. Rodman taking the jumper. That means he can't go to the boards for the rebound.
Rockets now will go for the final shot. Maloney has 68 3-pointers on the season now.
I like the confidence factor. He has no problem taking that shot.
Jordan came over and steals the ball. 3 seconds left. Over to Scottie Pippen with a layup. 1 second left. Barkley has to throw it up, and it will not get there, and that's the end of the first half from Chicago. Obviously, a couple of tired teams here in the first half trying to get going. And here are the Chicago Bulls as the clock goes down, and Scottie Pippen scoring on the layup, only his second basket of the first half of play. And the score at halftime, the Rockets 43, the Bulls 40. Let's go back to Houston, and here's the halftime results on the Gulf Greyhound tote board. And the Rockets raised their shooting there at the end of the second quarter to 41%. Chicago shooting 36%. The Rockets have done well at the free throw line. They are 9 of 9 from the line. Chicago has been to the line only 3 times. Jason Caffey with all 3 free throws, and he has made all 3 of the free throws. And Chicago with a rebounding edge of 7, and Calvin, a big edge on the offensive glass for Chicago. That's kept the Bulls in the game. 7 turnovers for Houston, 4 for the Bulls, and the Rockets have hit 4 3-pointers. The Bulls only 1 for 9 from behind the arc. Hakeem Olajuwon leads Houston with 15 points. Barkley has 6, Maloney with 6, Drexler with 5. Jordan leads Chicago with 10. Caffey off the bench with 9 points. Scottie Pippen with 4, and Bill Winnington with 4. And Michael Jordan.
I tell you what, the Rockets could not have played it any better except intercept that ball when it was thrown over the top. Michael is definitely something special.
You know, we talked a little bit about these two teams. Michael going into this game, 33 years old, Rodman 35, Harper 32, Pippen 31, Winnington 33. Parrish doesn't count. He's 43, going on 60. Now the Rockets, Clyde with 34 years of age, Hakeem 33, Charles 33, Kevin 34, and Mario 33. So these are two teams that know they can win a championship this year and maybe next year, and that's it. And in fact, the way Chicago is structured, as you take a look at Robert Parrish, the chief, we saw lots of him when he was at Boston. The way the Bulls are structured, this could be their last year. Because as you take a look at the championship runs for these two teams, Rodman's only signed for this season, and Jordan's only signed for this season, and this is a free agent year for Pippen. Olajuwon to the middle, back outside to Clyde. Maloney will fire up a three, off the mark, and Jordan with the rebound.
Yeah, that's the first shot that Matt actually rushed. He had more time than he gave himself on that shot.
Pippen hits a three to start off the third quarter. Well, that'll get you back in it in a hurry, and that ties it at 43. Harper on Maloney, out on that ball. Maloney had a little trouble handling it again. It was awfully dry. That floor is awfully slick, and so is the basketball. Drexler, quick shot, not there.
You got to get more ball movement, Bill. You got to get everybody involved. You don't want to get caught playing too much one-on-one.
The Bulls are an excellent third quarter team. You must beware of them in the third quarter. Blocked by Hakeem. Jordan got it to the doorstep, and Hakeem slammed the door.
You know, he opened the door and Dream says, hello.
Barkley working, gets a double team. Drexler gives it right back to Charles. He'll work on Rodman one-on-one. Jordan way over there. Now Winnington comes over. Barkley with a turnaround, misses. Ellie tips it to Hakeem. Hakeem with a fake, puts it up. Did not get the roll. Rodman has it knocked away, gets it back to Pippen. Scotty cross court to Harper. Right back to Michael. Winnington from the top of the key hits, and the Bulls go on top by 2.
Well, Bill, you said soon from the outset of the second half that the Bulls were a great third quarter team. They've come up with 3 big buckets to start this off with, and they're off and running. The Rockets are going to have to up-tempo their defense again.
Rockets are not always a good third quarter team. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Somebody got to shoot it in a hurry. Mario, 1 second left, got it off in time. The ball went down, and a foul is called. Oh boy, they bailed Mario Ellie out. The foul is called on Scottie Pippen.
All right, there's Michael. And now they're calling it on Scottie Pippen.
I thought it might be on Michael, the way they reacted. Joe Crawford looked, Michael Jordan was complaining to Joe Crawford. He looked over, he said, what can I do? I have to call what I see. And
it was going to be one of y'all, since you got fouled by both of you.
Joey's saying, I gave it to Scotty rather than you, Michael. You ought to be happy. And the game is tied at 45. Drexler coming out high on Pippen. Looking for Michael Jordan. Ellie knocked it away. Right back into Jordan's hands. Maloney with a steal. Maloney in the open court over to Clyde Drexler. Clyde will stop, shoot the jumper, misses. Barkley tips it. Actually, Rodman has it. Gets it out for Michael Jordan. Gets it right back from Pippen. Jordan, tough shot. Rattles, won't go, and those rims are very firm. You've got to almost swish the ball.
Well, like my high school coach said, if you find a bad rim, don't touch it.
Swish it, huh?
You got to swish it.
Well, I was never that good. Drexler looking for a pick from Barkley, gets it.
Oh,
360 by Clyde.
Oh,
Up and it hits the rim and wouldn't go.
Unfortunate. The Rockets need to hang around the offensive boards a little bit. They can pick up some of those.
Winnington has it over to Pippen now. He's isolated on Drexler, puts it up, hit it. And Pippen looks like he's starting to warm to the occasion.
Well, that's 5 points for him in this half so far.
It's one more than he had in 2 quarters in the first half. Maloney got a step on Harper, back to Drexler. And the Rockets will set it up as they go down to Olajuwon. Been working for years. He puts it up and in, and Winnington with a foul.
The Bulls personal foul, Bill Winnington is second. The team second.
So Hakeem Olajuwon will shoot. And that's the first miss for Houston. The Rockets now 11 of 12 from the free throw line. Game tied at 47. We've played almost 4 minutes into this third period. Harper gets a pick from Winnington. Maloney stays with him. Jordan, three-point line. Michael Jordan with a three.
Boy, they ran that triple post offense, weak side action to perfection. Michael ended up at the top of the key all alone.
Olajuwon has it now. Left baseline. Goes to the middle for the jump hook. And he got it. The rims may be firm, but when Olajuwon's soft touch,
he unfirms them.
Yeah, he can seem to find the roll when he needs it. There's Jordan taking it over Olajuwon, who came over to help there. That ball went in and came out. Rodman has it, tipped away by Winnington or Maloney. Well, Terry Durham was right there and didn't see it, and it's Houston's ball. Finally, the outside official, Gary Benson, made the call for Houston.
Yeah, that was the right call. You have Rodman right in the back of Charles Barkley, so the ball is being very lively out there. Now off of Winnington's arm, and off it goes.
Bulls lead it 50-49. Harper really right up on Maloney. Maloney drops it over to Olajuwon, turns all in one move, and Hakeem is on fire too. So it's the Hakeem and Pippen show. And Olajuwon 9 of 18. He has 21 points, and the Rockets go back on top with 4 points in a row. Pippen is alone at the three-point line, rims it out. Olajuwon with a rebound.
Yeah, be careful. You don't want to start throwing that ball around. Olajuwon was looking to throw the ball long full court. That would have equated a turnover.
Maloney with a three. That's his third of the game.
Well, I'll tell you what, the confidence factor with this young man throws by quarters, Bill.
It really does, and I think Phil Jackson off the bench says we've got to do something about the guy that ain't headed for the Hall of Fame. Right now, 6:41 left to play in the quarter. Here's a word from Southwest Airlines. Rockets fans, call now and speak with a Rockets account executive to reserve your priority on the Rockets season ticket waiting list. Call 627-DUNK and get on the launching pad. That's 627-DUNK for more information. Remember, account executives are on duty right now, so call 627-DUNK. Matt Maloney's getting a lot of good looks, Calvin.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of good looks because you have Harper backing off trying to help. And not only that, I think Harper's leg is really sore because he's not really running.
Winnington dribbles right into Olajuwon. Hakeem called for the foul, and Utah loses.
7 points, all they can muster up.
Is that a five-game losing streak now? Is that a five-game losing streak?
5 in a row.
Wow.
77 points.
Well, they're tired. The Jazz have been on a long road trip, but of course they had an easy part of the schedule. The first month of the season, they very rarely left the Delta Center. And the Rockets with a golden opportunity now to even pick up more ground on Utah in that Midwest Division with a win here tonight. Winnington will have one more. Watch Jordan coming in. Long down court pass to Mario Elie, but he's the only one down there in a blue jersey. Now Maloney shows up on the scene.
They're giving him respect now, aren't they?
Clyde Drexler with a three, misses. Barkley goes in. Jordan gets it out to Pippen. 54-51. Rodman with a layup. And now the Rockets lead is only one. 54-53.
That's a snappy pass. You had Charles Barkley getting underneath there, but that ball was passed very quickly and scored.
And Maloney had a chance to shoot it on the switch. Randy Brown runs out. He's down court. Pippen to Winnington baseline. He misses, and Olajuwon had the rebound, and Pippen knocked it out of bounds.
Let's watch that nifty pass I was talking about. Pippen to Rodman. Now Charles is getting back, but he doesn't get back quick enough. You had Rodman coming baseline, easy bucket.
Is Pippen the best all-around player in the game today?
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
I think so too. He doesn't get enough appreciation. Maloney with a tough shot, dribbled in, missed it.
How many rebounds is that for Rodman? That's 11, huh?
Yep. Rodman has 11. Barkley has 6. Jordan takes it in for 2. No layups. That's part of the defense for Houston. They gave up one there, and the Bulls now, after trailing by 4, have come back for 7 points in a row. Randy Brown going for the steal. Maloney goes back and gets it. Still 12 on the shot clock. Olajuwon will square up on Whittington. Jump shot. Hakeem. Olajuwon with 23.
Look at Whittington's face, the expression he has. Like, what do I have to do? Bite this man on the shooting arm? And the answer to that is yes.
It's like shooting an elephant with a BB gun.
Don't even feel it.
Jordan will back in on Drexler. That little patented turnaround misses, and Rodman up and in. He's probably the best I've ever seen under 6'9". Barkley and Rodman, the best 2 rebounders under 6'9" in the league history, I believe.
And right now, a little too much offensive board work on the part of the Bulls.
Olajuwon is pushed out of bounds by Whittington. Good call. That's the 3rd foul on Bill Whittington. Rodman.
You've got to keep a body on Rodman even when he's walking out of the locker room.
Well, that doesn't sound too appealing. The way he's been dressing lately, I don't know if I'd want to put a body on him.
Bill, I'm talking basketball.
Oh, excuse me. There's Olajuwon now on the double team. Back outside to Drexler. They swing it around. Ellie over to Livingston. Nice zone by Chicago. Never phased him. Olajuwon turns baseline, hits again. Oh, my goodness, we've seen this before. The Hall of Famer, red hot.
It's called the zone.
25 points for Hakeem Olajuwon. The Rockets go back on top by 1. Now the 2 teams just seesawing back and forth with the lead. Pippen and Barkley trying to steal it from Rodman, and the ball knocked out of bounds by Barkley. 7 seconds on the shot clock for the Bulls. 3:50 left to play in the quarter. Jordan got wide open.
They didn't allow Mario Elie to come through. You got to open up anytime you have Jordan or Barkley, who are primary shooters like that, breaking free.
The trap now, and the Rockets call a timeout. 3:33 left to play in the 3rd period, and the Rockets trail by 2. Here tonight's Points in the Paint, sponsored by your Houston area Ford dealers. And the Rockets lead Chicago by 6 in the paint. 2 more layups. The Bulls with 1 more dunk. Hakeem Olajuwon, the man for Houston, 11 of 20 from the field. He has 7 rebounds, 25 points. No other Rocket in double figures, and only 1 Bull in double figures. Michael Jordan with 18. Randy Brown in the game on Randy Livingston now. Livingston getting a double pick at the top. Nice 360, but it was stolen. Up ahead to Randy Brown, and blocked by Barkley. Brown saw it coming, too. It was like looking into the headlights of an oncoming truck.
I didn't know Barkley could still get up like that.
Nice pass to Barkley, and he missed it, tipped it, missed it, tipped it. Rodman tips it, gets it himself. Over to Pippen. Pippen for a 3. Got it. That's a big turnaround, and the Bulls lead by 5. Down to Olajuwon to the middle, and Jason Caffey with a foul from behind.
No, I believe they got Randy Brown reaching in.
All right, either one.
What do you say? It doesn't matter.
Randy Brown really decided to rededicate himself to his training in the offseason. Got him a personal trainer and bulked up a little bit. Said he wasn't taking the game seriously enough. And when you play on a team like Chicago, where he got a chance to win some championships, he's a much better player than he was last year.
Yeah, well, if you're playing in a league like the NBA with the best players in the world, you got to dedicate yourself and take care of yourself just to be competitive.
Become a valuable man on this Bulls team. Now Jordan comes out, Kukoc is in, and the ball knocked out of bounds by the Bulls. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. 17 seconds for the Rockets. Pippen mildly arguing. Olajuwon pops out from 15. Missed it. Barkley. An offensive foul. Loose ball foul on Barkley. Barkley with a loose ball foul, his second. The Rockets have 2 team fouls. The Bulls have 4 with 2:27 left to play in the quarter. And the Bulls now pulled out to a 5-point lead. Rockets don't want to let it get much more than that. Brown has it in the middle. Olajuwon got the block. And the ball's off Hakeem. The Bulls get it back with 7 on the shot clock.
I tell you, Olajuwon, even though he played yesterday, I tell you, those legs look fresh to me. He's blocking anything that comes to the basket. He shoots the ball well. He has good lateral movement. See, that's being focused.
Pippen with another 3. Wow, what a quarter Pippen is having. 11 points in this quarter for Scottie Pippen. 3 3-pointers and a foul on Randy Brown. And that's the 5th team foul on the Bulls. Randy Livingston will shoot the bonus. Visit participating Target stores and register to be a Houston Rockets Target Court Kid. If you're between the ages of 9 and 13, you could be the honorary Court Kid for a night. Presented by UPN 20 and Target. Expect more, pay less. Randy will have one more. Right now, the Bulls are on a 9-1 run in the last 2 minutes. And that's what you are afraid of when you play Chicago, those runs that they get in a hurry.
Well, you talked about the third quarter. The third quarter belonged to Rodman around the boards and Pippen from the perimeter.
Yep. Pippen having an 11-point quarter and Rodman having a big rebounding quarter. Randy Livingston gets both free throws. Those are big. That gets the Rockets back to within 6. The Rockets need some defensive stops here in the final 2 minutes of the third period. Pippen got it into a herd of Rockets and had it blocked. Mario Elie takes it up, and on the pass off, he is fouled by Jason Caffey, and he will shoot.
Let's watch the replay of it. Now, Mario does the right thing going to the basket. That foul was on Kerr going in there on the elbow.
Yeah, they did. Steve Kerr. So Kerr called for the foul. Mario Elie will shoot the 2 free throws. Rockets really staying in this game and focused tonight from the free throw line. 14 of 15 for Houston.
You can't afford to give away easy baskets against a team like Chicago.
Chicago with only 5 trips to the line tonight. Rockets the aggressor in that department. And now it's a 4-point Bulls lead again. Steve Kerr outside, over to Pippen, gets it right back. On the switch, Elie is on Pippen. Now the double team comes over. 9 on the shot clock. Kukoc open from the 3-point line and hits. Toni Kukoc. The Bulls, as a team, shoot 37% from the 3-point line, and that is better than the league average. And Scottie Pippen is called for a foul on Kevin Willis away from the ball.
I tell you, Pippen does a nice job getting that ball on the other side of the court, 60 feet, to find an open Toni Kukoc who can hit that 3 with the best of them.
Chicago, Calvin, has hit 4 threes in a row. You know, they really have. Kerr hits 44% from the 3-point line.
Boy, that's wonderful.
Harper's 38%. Pippen's 38%. And Kukoc 37%, and that's all above the league average. So that really gets them in a game. Here's Kukoc now up on top. 1:05 left. Randy Brown over to Scottie Pippen again. Drexler right out on him. Pippen, tough turnaround, got it. Wow.
you
He
can't
has
play
been
better,
on fire.
Yeah, well, you can't play any better defense than what Clyde played on him. He's just shooting that ball well in the second half.
13-point quarter for Pippen. Drexler trying to find himself a shot, and he's called for the charge. Great defense by Pippen, huh?
Yeah, well, what happens is Pippen, the last few times down, has scored on Clyde. Clyde comes back. Clyde's going to try to get himself a situation to put pressure on Pippen to score over him. Also, Pippen just played good body position.
Kukoc on the drive, on the pass off to Caffey. Caffey is fouled going up. And the foul is called on Charles Barkley. Well, Rockets fans, you know the All-Star game is coming up. We want to see you try to get Akeem Clyde and Sir Charles in Cleveland on All-Star Sunday. Stop by any participating McDonald's restaurant now and cast your vote for Houston's 3 All-Stars. Barkley's right there with Karl Malone leading in the forward position. Drexler is about number 3 on the guard list now, and Olajuwon is leading at center. Michael Jordan will come back in for the final 34 seconds, and Pippen will go out. What a quarter for Pippen. 13 points for Scottie Pippen. 18 in the game. What did I say a minute ago about
third quarter blues for any team against the Bulls?
Well, about Pippen, anytime you look up.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
So explosive, you just don't realize.
You did mention the fact that he's very explosive, Bill, and I think you shouldn't have said that.
Okay, I won't say it anymore, but we know he is. Livingston gets it up to Willis now. He'll get it right back to Randy. 25 seconds left to play in the third period. Willis with a jump hook from the wing. Got it. Great shot by Kevin. 6 points for Kevin Willis.
And the Rockets are still down by only 6 points and haven't begun to play their game yet, Bill.
Need a stop here. That would be nice. Kerr gives it up to Randy Brown from outside, and he hits the jumper. Almost 4 seconds left. Randy Livingston slipped on the floor, never got the shot off, and that's the end of the third quarter, and the Chicago Bulls did indeed take charge of that third quarter. Now the Rockets have to try to take charge of the fourth, trailing by 8. I don't have it. Welcome back to the United Center. The Bulls lead at 74-66. The Bulls with a big quarter here. Tonight's third quarter stats sponsored by AutoZone. Chicago 57% in that third period to only 37% for the Rockets. The Rockets had to rely on free throws, 8 of 9. Chicago relying on the three-point shot. But the shooting definitely was in their favor. Pippen with a 13-point quarter. Jordan had 8. Olajuwon led Houston with a 10-point quarter. Jordan goes to work on Randy Livingston. Tough jumper. Got it. First double-digit lead of the night. 10 points for Chicago.
Well, the Rockets have got to stay focused offensively, and they've got to find a way to get themselves some easy baskets, and then they've got to go back at the other end and have some stoppers. Obviously, down 10, you can't go basket for basket.
Barkley gets a double team. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Barkley will put it up. Missed it. Jordan with a rebound. At the Rockets are going with Price, Sam Mack, Willis, Livingston. Knocked away by Houston. No, they're going to say the Bulls knocked it out of bounds. Good hustle by the Rockets to get back. Price and Livingston will be in the backcourt. It'll be Barkley, Sam Mack, and Kevin Willis for Houston. Rodman will be on Willis. Barkley and Jason Caffey are matched up. Kukoc is chasing Sam Mack. Didn't get out there fast enough.
That's right. Now, Sam Mack has got to look to do more of that. They're shading Charles Barkley so the ball can't go in easily. So that means Kukoc is not going to be guarding Sam Mack too closely.
Kukoc is still 6'11", so he's got a big wingspan. He can play off of you and still get back in time. Here's Caffey down low on Willis. 8 on the shot clock. Kukoc with a tough shot. Rodman with a long rebound. Those three-pointers, Rodman gets a lot of long rebounds.
Well, he pushes you underneath the rim.
Jordan. And a foul on Randy Livingston. First foul on Randy, and Michael Jordan will be at the line.
Hakeem Olajuwon returns for the Rockets, replacing Charles Barkley.
Well, Barkley will go out of the game with 7 rebounds. Rodman has 14. Michael Jordan, what do you say? 7 scoring titles in a row. Then he took a couple of seasons off for baseball. Came back, won another scoring title. That's the most of all time, surpassing Wilt Chamberlain. 8 scoring titles, NBA Defensive Player of the Year in '88, 4 MVPs, 4 championships. He's done it all.
Are you finished?
Well, I could read longer. You know, but when he first came into the league, remember, people said he couldn't win. But he didn't have a good enough team with him. Same thing they said about Hakeem. Randy Livingston is fouled by Jason Caffey, and he'll shoot 2. Nice return pass from Hakeem Olajuwon.
Okay, now he makes a nice move. Now, I don't know what Caffey was all upset about. I guess he didn't hit him hard enough.
No, hit him right upside the head.
Oops, upside the head.
Yeah, when Jordan first came to the Bulls, he was a scoring machine. They didn't have a good team, and he was relied on to shoot and score. And
he was the point guard. He was the small forward. He was the everything.
And as Scottie Pippen matured, and then Bill Cartwright came over to the team, and he acquired some maturity, became an all-around great player, and they started to win. 2 of those Jordan teams, there's Bill. He's an assistant now with Bill Jackson. And he was on those first 3 championship teams for Chicago. Kukoc to the middle and lays it up for 2.
Yeah, see, Kukoc is having a pretty decent game here coming off that bench. That's 8 points for him right there.
Kukoc falling back into Kevin Willis. Willis working on Caffey, takes it to the middle, and a foul on Jason Caffey.
Now notice how you stop Caffey from scoring at one end, you make him play defense on the other. Well, that's a real nice move on the part of Kevin, just to go across the key, force his way across there. He's got to make something happen.
Randy Livingston going baseline, lays it, puts it up for 2. What a great move by Livingston. They're playing off of him totally. And he made them pay again, and it's 80-71, Bulls by 9. Caffey knocked away by Olajuwon. Livingston in the open court. Sam Mack down to Hakeem. Nice pass back to Sam, and he missed the layup. Got to make them.
Yeah.
Michael will stop for a 3, missed it badly, and it goes out of bounds. Houston's ball with 8:59 left to play in the game. Rodman with 15 rebounds, and Jordan with 21 points. Michael 9 of 21 from the field. Hakeem to the middle, got Rodman in the air, missed it again. And there are no blue jerseys underneath.
No, that's what I said earlier, Bill. Everybody retreats. If you hang around the basket some and get the guards to do the defensive rotation and get back, you're going to get yourself some second shots.
That's Chicago's reputation of fast break. They're getting back to try to prevent it. And Rodman went after Kevin Willis about something. There was a collision underneath. The 3-pointer counts. Kevin Willis is called for the foul.
Rockets numbers of foul, Kevin Willis.
There's Kukoc. And Willis is called for a foul, so Rodman will shoot a free throw. So this has the opportunity of a 4-point play, staring Houston in the face.
You don't want to lose your cool. The Rockets are down by 12, but they still have 8 minutes left to go in this game. Don't get yourself to a situation where you have the momentum swing. He's already swinging away from you, but you don't put yourself where you're going to get yourself allowing them more foul shots.
And Jordan playing right back in the lap of Hakeem Olajuwon. Charles Barkley will check in for Kevin Willis. So it'll be Barkley, Hakeem, Livingston, Price, and Sam Mack. Livingston will bring it in. 7 on the shot clock. Sam Mack misses, and Rodman with a rebound. That's number 16 for Rodman, and he throws it away.
A little stronger than what he anticipates he was going to be today, I guess.
$7:57 left to play. Rockets need some offense. Hakeem to the middle on Rodman, and he's fouled before the shot. That's the third team foul. The foul on Rodman, his second foul of the game. 3 team fouls on the Bulls and 2 team fouls on Houston. Rodman jostling Olajuwon. Pass by Hakeem out to Sam Mack. And a charging foul called on Sam Mack. You see Rodman give him a bump, then fall back, give him another elbow and fall back. We've got a timeout on the court. 7:40 left to play. Rockets have to get it in gear. Here's a word from Southwest Airlines. Monday night on UPN, LL may not be in the house when it gets out that he's homeless. Then Malcolm may be out on his ear when he tries to mingle with high society on Malcolm and Eddie. The laughs start Monday night at 7 on UPN 20. Not much to laugh about for Houston right now. The Bulls are up 83-71. Ellie is back on Michael Jordan again, and that's what the bench has done here in this game tonight. Much to the Bulls' favor. Michael taking it inside the free throw line for 2. And this is the largest lead now of the game for Chicago, 14 points. In this 4th game in 5 nights, beginning to show on Houston.
Yes, it is, Bill. They're a worried bunch. This is not an excuse, but Chicago is forcing the action. Chicago's forcing the action knowing that the Rockets have been on the road for a week.
Fans, listen to News Radio 740 KTRH for details on how you can participate in the Southwestern Bell Around the World Challenge at the Summit during select Rockets games. Southwestern Bell, the official telecommunications provider of the Houston Rockets. 4 games in 5 nights is tough on any team, but when you have to face the NBA champions on that 4th game in the 5th night
on their court.
Yeah, on their court with an elderly team, it can start to mount up. I think it's affected Barkley a little bit tonight, as we can see. He readily admits that those back-to-back start to get him now. He's got some aches and pains. The Bulls come back to Houston. They will come to Houston and finish up the season series next Sunday. 8 days from now. Sunday afternoon game. Michael on the drive. Good defense by Mario Elie, but he's called for the foul.
Houston personal foul, Mario Elie.
Mario Elie does a nice job coming across the middle with him, but Michael fades away so hard on you that it's difficult to get to that shot.
You know, Michael had to work so hard to get it off, he couldn't have made it anyway, but Mario having to try to readjust in midair. Michael Jordan making $30 million in only this season with Chicago. And he has hinted that this might be his final year in basketball if they win it again.
Not if I get $30 million a year until they stop giving me the 30. I'd be right here until they said, Murph, it's time to leave, my brother.
Yeah, but he's got cologne. He's got all kind of stuff going for him.
I'm happy for him. He still gets $30 million for playing basketball.
Olajuwon, little turnaround, missed it. And Hakeem looks like he's starting to get a little wear and tear now. And Rodman with 17 rebounds, 87-73. 14-point lead by Chicago with 6:15 left to play. Here's Livingston. Knocking it away. Jordan picks it up. Kukos takes it inside. Got the roll. Very tough physical game. 89-73. Chicago leads. Chicago on another 9-2 run. Remember, the last quarter they went on a 9-1 run. 5 on the shot clock. Randy Livingston is called for traveling.
All right, the Rockets have got to get back in transition. They're standing there. If Chicago stepped out of bounds quickly, they were going to throw that ball past the Rockets. They're getting a little weary now.
Kukoc on the alley-oop to Pippen. He's fouled on the play. And he will shoot 2 free throws. The foul on Clyde Drexler.
It's going to be, let me tell you something, Bill. It's going to be real interesting when Chicago comes into Houston on Sunday when the Rockets have some fresh legs. The Rockets have done a nice job defensively, but Chicago has been relentless. They've just come at the Rockets in waves. The bench has really put pressure on the Rockets defense in transition.
The Bulls played Monday night and did not play again until last night in Milwaukee, which is just about an hour bus ride up the freeway.
That's right.
So they are a little fresher than the Rockets here tonight. They're also the defending NBA champions. The Rockets have had trouble beating them during the last 2 seasons. And now the Bulls starting to put it away. 5:12 left to play. And a timeout, Houston. The Bulls with an 18-point lead. Tonight's second look replay is sponsored by Southwestern Bell. And now the Rockets starting to tire and Pippen taking charge. He has taken charge of the second half. Scottie Pippen got him going in the third quarter with 13 points, and it's been off to the races since then. Right now the Bulls are on an 11-2 run.
Well, that one big spurt that they had that set the tone for the rest of the game. When Scottie came out, hit those 3 big threes in a row, Bill.
The Rockets so far are undefeated in back-to-back situations this year. This will be their first defeat in a back-to-back. 4:59 left. Olajuwon puts it up.
That's 27 for 3. I tell you what, he came out to be big.
And Rodman for 2.
Charles had a tough night. This just wasn't his game, but you're allowed one of these every so often. The Rockets have had a great road trip, Bill. 3-1.
Yeah.
If it works out that way, which it looks like it is at this point.
I think the Rockets will have to load up and try to get this one back in the summer next time. Quickly out to Mario Elie. Right back to Clyde Drexler for 2. With 4:04 left to play in the game. 93-77 Chicago. Rockets will not lose any ground. The Utah Jazz losing tonight in Detroit.
The Bulls have come out of that triple post and they've gone into a passing game.
Cappy didn't get the shot off in time. Good defense by Houston. 24 seconds. You know, the funny thing about this series, back when the Bulls were winning their 3 back-to-back-to-back championships to start the 90s, the Rockets swept them every year. And then when the Rockets won their back-to-back titles, Chicago swept Houston. And that's the way it usually goes. Now Chicago's had the best of it the last 2 seasons. They swept the series last year, winning both games. Foul is called on Dennis Rodman. And Hakeem Olajuwon will shoot. That's 5 team fouls on Chicago. The Rockets have 4. 3:25 left to play. Rockets tonight have done a good job. 21 of 23 from the free throw line. But Houston shooting only 39%. The Bulls shooting 46%.
Well, see, that tells you right there is tired legs, Bill, when you're talking about shooting 39%. And they basically had good shots tonight.
Jordan with a three. Michael Jordan with 29 points. And that's one below his average as he's leading the NBA, going for his 9th scoring title this year. And I think he'll get it easily. Olajuwon puts up the shot. Not there, and Pippen with the rebound. Pippen was the killer in the third quarter. There he is again. And he missed. He's got the freshest leg. He's the youngest guy out there at 31. Brent Price puts up the jumper and misses. Rodman with his 18th rebound. Jordan with another three.
Yeah, well, Jordan's just simply now patting his scoring average.
And a timeout taken by Houston with 2:24 left to play in the game. And Rudy's going to his bench. It's over. And the Bulls up by 20. Michael really didn't do the damage, though, until late. Calvin, I think the man for me is Scottie Pippen. He was the one who really took the game over in the third quarter.
He had 13 points.
And Michael came on strong with some three-pointers down the stretch here, and it's going to look good in the box score. But for my money's worth, with the game on the line, Scottie Pippen took over with 13 third-quarter points and turned the tide. Now Fella Harrington in there along with Tracy Moore. Price. Randy gets it out to Brent Price, puts it up, misses the three, and Kukoc with a rebound. And Randy Brown with a basket.
Do you notice what Chicago does? They have a lot of middle distance shooting, Bill. In transition, they're stopping power.
Bullard misses on the three. So, as you said, Calvin, a good road trip for Houston, going 3-1. And they're going to lose to Chicago. Now they've got to set their sights on having a good week back in Houston. I think what the Rockets need to do is learn how to win at home again.
Yeah, that's the key.
Because this is only the third road loss for Houston. They'll still be tied with the best road record in the NBA with Chicago. Now they'll just get back home and get some rest.
Nothing like a little home cooking and sleeping in your own bed to get those legs revitalized.
Kukoc from the outside hits the three.
Boy, Tony Kukoc decided to come with his game tonight also, Bill.
He has been big. That's 20 points for Kukoc off the bench, and that's a weapon the Rockets still don't have.
There's someone that can come off that big.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem. Rockets are going to have to find some solution for Kukoc. He's 8 of 13 from the field. And the Rockets starters. The one thing about it, if we're in June right now, those faces would be a lot longer, but we're in January.
Well, I tell you what, everything is based on the playoffs, Bill. When you talk about these two teams, and you're talking 7 games.
Jason Caffey puts up the basket.
The bench just has been overpowering tonight.
Yeah, Caffey really was a nice player. He has 12 points, but he got 8 early. There's a foul on Kukoc, and Bullard will get a rare 3 free throw out of this. Kukoc with a foul. Scottie Pippen tonight. Big game. Ron Harper played very little. He's been beat up. I thought Randy Brown did a pretty good job coming in and filling in for him at point guard. Rockets will be back now Tuesday night against the New York Knicks in the Summit. We want to see all you fans there. That game's on UPN 20 also, I believe, Tuesday night, and that's a 7 o'clock start. Don't forget, that's 30 minutes earlier now, Tuesday night. The pregame will be at 6:30 on UPN 20. The Rockets and the Knicks, and the Rockets will take on Sacramento on Thursday night, play Dallas Friday night in Dallas. So actually, as I look at the schedule, the Chicago game that Sunday will be the 4th game in 6 nights for the Rockets, but it'll be at home.
Yeah, I'd like to know what computer they use to make up that schedule. It wasn't made in Houston.
So we're down to 10 seconds. And Randy Brown takes it in for the slam. Jason Caffey with the steal. And he'll dribble it out. So round 1 goes to the Chicago Bulls. The Rockets gas tank went empty in the second half. Scottie Pippen took charge in the 3rd quarter, and the Rockets lose it 110 to 86. We'll be back and wrap it up in a minute.